On Wonderwins presents ESPN Cricinfo Fantasy Pick. We're looking ahead to the game between Kolkata Knight Riders and Punjab Kings. The Knight Riders need to bounce back after that low-scoring thriller ended in defeat against Bangalore. Punjab excited after a high-scoring win against Bangalore. Wasim Jaffer with me. Wasim, let's have a look at our top picks. Before that, Kolkata, 2 games in 3 days. What are your thoughts on whether they can bounce back against a good-looking Punjab team?
Yeah, I think obviously they played a good game yesterday. But I think in some way, I think it's good that you're playing continuously. You're not having too much of a break. This ground probably will favor them. Their mystery spinners will come into play, and Punjab is obviously looking, batting heavy. Something which we didn't see for the last couple of years. But their number 6, 7, 8 looks very strong with Kagiso Rabada coming in.
Yeah.
Don't know about Besto. If both of them comes back, it's a very strong team.
Yeah, I mean, if they get their best 11 together, how many of those players can fit into your fantasy team? Let's go to that straight away. Before that, I'll just remind you that on Wonderwins, you have 100 credits to make your fantasy team. 4 categories of players to choose from: batters, bowlers, wicket keepers, and all-rounders. You can pick a maximum of 7 players from one team in any given contest. You have every player's individual credit value listed right in front of you. Let's go to our captain and vice-captain choices. We're going all Punjab. Shikhar Dhawan as captain. We know Dhawan is as prolific, as consistent as they come in the IPL. He's also very good at the Wankhede Stadium, 409 runs in his last 10 IPL outings here at an average of just under 41, striking at nearly 140. Vice captain, interesting choice this. Arshdeep Singh, left-arm seamer, has been impressive in all stages of the game. Punjab obviously are going to count on him to bowl early on and perhaps even at the death. And among left-arm bowlers, he is the most prolific, 18 wickets in just 12 outings. We've got a nice 3 for 32 the last time he played KKR, so he has fond memories of playing the Knight Riders. Captains give you double the points and vice-captains 1.5 times, so pick them carefully. We've gone for Dhawan and Arshdeep. Shreyas Iyer and Mayank Agarwal will round off our top picks. Now, Shreyas might have had an off game against Bangalore, but we know at his favoured home ground, the Wankhede Stadium, you cannot rule out the Knight Riders captain. Mayank Agarwal, his counterpart from Punjab Kings, is also expected to just up the ante as the season goes on. Good wickets, as we know, and he's been amongst the runs against KKR, scoring 40, 31, 56, 36 and 58 in his recent games against this opposition. And the last time he played at the Wankhede, he scored a very handy 36 ball 69 against the Delhi Capitals. Shikhar Dhawan, Arshdeep Singh, Shreyas Iyer and Mayank Agarwal wrap up our top picks. Very curious choice of vice-captain, Wasim and Arshdeep Singh.
Yeah, it's not a bad choice actually, because we have seen the pattern that swing bowlers have done well. Umesh Yadav, Mohammad Shami, who have hit the right areas and picked up wickets in the power play. So not a bad idea, but I would be tempted to go towards maybe Shreyas Iyer. Small ground, knows the conditions inside out, and in such a good form. There's no mystery in Punjab spin bowling. So I would be tempted to go towards Shreyas Iyer a little bit. Even Johnny Bairstow, for that matter, if he's available, he can give you points behind the stump too. And he is somebody who, in a T20 format, is such a dangerous batter. So those 2 options. But Arshdeep, I don't think it's a bad choice too.
It's an interesting choice. In case you think a lot of people in their fantasy are going to pick batters to give them the points, Arshdeep could be a bit of an X factor for you. Now, if Bestow's fit, surely he'll walk into this team. If he doesn't, that could mean another game for Bhanuka Rajapaksa. He certainly deserves another game for how well he played against RCB, completely nullifying Wanindu Hasaranga's threat. At 22 ball 43 was instrumental in Punjab eventually chasing a target in excess of 200. Rahul Chahar is there as well after what we've seen of his exploits at the Wankhede for the Mumbai Indians. He knows the ground, he knows conditions, and with his new team, he started well. 1 for 22 in 4 overs in the last game. Considering how high scoring an affair that was a very good start by Rahul Chahar. So Rajapaksa and Chahar in our differential picks. We're looking at a lot of Punjab players, I must say, in this team. So let's see how many eventually feature. Sam Billings is the keeper option in a quiet game against RCB. You have Rajapaksa, Shikhar Dhawan, Shreyas Iyer, Mayank Agarwal. Dhawan is our recommended captain. Andre Russell and Sunil Narine. Just keep an eye out for Russell's fitness. News closer to the game. But they feature as all-rounders. Narine had an excellent game with ball a couple of nights back. And you have Arshdeep Singh, our recommended vice-captain. Umesh Yadav in some serious form. And Rahul Chahar and Sandeep Sharma. Lots of Punjab Kings representation in that team. I wonder if our fantasy experts think that that's the way this game is going, Wasim.
Well, just because they've had a very good auction and they picked up good players, it just goes on to show that. But yes, they are a very strong team, and obviously they start favourites. But KKR, they played a really good game. Like I said, they made a game out of such a small scoring score. So yeah, no surprises there. Shah Rukh Khan, I would be tempted to pitch him because he plays such an important role, hard-hitting batter, won them the game along with. The other batter who finished the game, Odean Smith.
Yes.
Odean Smith is another choice.
Yeah, it's going to come to you. Would you be more tempted with Russell or Odean Smith, who looks like the younger version of Andre Russell?
I mean, he's somebody who will bowl with pace. We've seen Andre Russell a little bit limbering up in the last game, so I don't know if he's going to bowl or not. Obviously, Andre Russell is far good a player. But Odean Smith, with his current form, you'll be tempted to put him because he's going to bowl 3-4 overs and such a strong hitter. So Shah Rukh, Andre Russell, and probably Odean Smith. Those three are the tempting ones.
All right, let's see which way you go. Wasim Jaffer is very tempted for Odean Smith. See if you can find place for him, and that choice of Arshdeep as vice captain might just be a good one. Remember, if you're not happy with how things are going at Wonder Wins on your fantasy team, just swap it around, change things up before the second innings. Wonder Wins lets you do that, so you can still salvage your day. We'll be back with plenty more expert opinion as well as data and analysis to help you build your fantasy teams as the IPL goes on Wonder Wins presents ESPN Cricinfo Fantasy Pick.